What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Cool coming to you from Big Cool Entertainment, and I'm here to give you my review reaction video to what we just witnessed tonight on UFC 194 that took place live on pay-per-view from Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand, headlined by Jose Aldo taking on Conor McGregor, with the co-main event being Luke Rockhold taking on Chris Weidman. I was very excited about this fight. Of this fight card, should I say? Yeah, if you follow Colossal Boxing Talk, you know I'm a big boxing fan, but I also have a love and a special place in my heart for the UFC and MMA. I haven't been watching it a lot as of late, but I do enjoy watching it. I respect what those guys do and those girls. I mean, because it takes skills to master the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, everything that that is incorporated in the UFC. So I was definitely excited about this fight. This fight card. I mean, the main event had a lot of attention and excitement drawn to it because Conor McGregor, excuse me, is from Ireland. He's a flamboyant, cocky guy who backs it up. And going into this fight, the question was, would he be able to do what he's done to his previous opponents, in the UFC, taking on a legend. Some people may say the best pound for pound fighter in Jose Aldo. When they met up, and surely he did. He completely erased Jose Aldo. 13 seconds into the first round, landed a beautiful left hook that Aldo wasn't expecting, as he said in his post fight interview with Joe Rogan, and he erased him, and it was over that quick. I mean, just quick as the bell rung, they came out, whoop, threw a punch, it was over. Conor McGregor's was there faster, more precise, more powerful, and although Aldo did land one, at that point it was over. Once he went limp, McGregor landed two or three more shots before the referee jumped in and stopped the fight. And Aldo was disappointed. He was crying, understandably so, because you would hate to lose a fight like that in 13 seconds. He didn't get to break a sweat. He didn't get to implement any of his strategy. And he said in a post-fight interview that it wasn't a fight, although we know it was, but it just wasn't the fight that we expected and that he expected. But props to Conor McGregor, who is a sensational fighter. Power, speed, you know, personality. He's a big star, along with Ronda Rousey and John Bones Jones over there. And this is not the end for Jose Aldo. He will be back. He's calling for a rematch, and I believe that he deserves a rematch just based off for no other reason that he has been a dominant champion. He hadn't lost in over 10 years up until tonight, and I think that he could fare well and still beat, Conor McGregor in a rematch. He just needs to, go back, watch the film, make some subtle adjustments, and see how it goes. As for the co-main event, you had Luke Rockhold, the challenger, taking on Chris Weidman, the champion. We all know Weidman defeated, the great and arguably the greatest, MMA fighter of all time, Anderson, the Spider Silva, twice. He defeated Lyoto Machida. He also, he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter, undefeated, 31 years old. And going into this fight, it was pretty much a 50-50 fight. A lot of people, fighters, trainers, fans of the sport, were split down the middle on who they thought would win. And early on in the fight, Weidman came out, got on the back of Rockhold, was trying to go for the submission. But to Rockhold's credit, he composed himself and he got himself out of a sticky situation. But, Weidman won that round. In the second round, momentum started to shift towards Rockhold, who, controlled, the second round, a la what Weidman did in the first round. And then the third round is where Weidman, was kind of flip-flopping back and forth. Weidman controlled the first half of the round, and then he made a brutal mistake with he attempted a back spinning kick, and once he did that, the fight was downhill for him. Luke Rockhold caught him, took him to the ground and pounded him out. For real, the ground and pound was just ridiculous. He bust him open, and I thought that referee Herb Dean was going to stop it, and I felt that he should have stopped it, but I understand why he didn't, because Chris Weidman is the champion, and you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I mean, had to be 15 to 30 shots, or 15 to 20, 25 punches, unanswered elbows, unanswered, but he survived the round. And then round four come around, being the fighter that he is, Rockhold, pressed the action, got him back on the ground, and got him against the cage. And he ground and pound him. Referee Herb Dean jumped in to stop the fight. And, we have a new UFC middleweight, champion. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a rematch. Or maybe Romero will get the chance to, fight Luke Rockhold next, who they fought before the co-main event. He fought Sakura, who a lot of people picked to beat Romero based off him being more well-rounded than Romero, but Romero won a unanimous or a split decision, which I kind of thought that excuse me, Sakura won it, but I'm not gonna argue the decision. Overall, tonight's card was a very good card. It didn't have a lot of back and forth action. The best fight on the card, I have to say, was the Weidman Rockhold fight. I mean, it was competitive. It had action. It had a finish. It had blood. And performance of the night goes to Conor McGregor, also with the KO tonight. 13-second knockout surpasses Ronda Rousey, who had a 14-second knockout. I mean, he lived up to his word. He backed up all the shit that he was talking, and he did what he had to do, and he's the new featherweight champion. So we seen the two major titles on tonight's card change hands. So props to the new featherweight champion Conor McGregor, excuse me, and props to the new middleweight champion Luke Rockhold, who they did what they had to do. Overall, tonight's fight card was a good card. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it, and I look forward to watching more UFC fights and events, getting back in the fold of things and bring you reviews. But like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.